That was a little bit hard. Basically, my blood counts are not in a good spot. There might be tears in the midst of it, as you can tell, but that's real life, and
Don't you think we're better together? Oh, I think we are.
Good morning, guys.
oh man.
Are we a mess? Yeah.
That was a little bit hard. Basically, my blood counts are not in a good spot, and there are a lot of risks with Neupogen, and also the Neupogen can cause lower platelet counts, and my platelets are lower than they've ever been, so Neupogen is not an option right now. And
Yeah. And
it's just,
so we're stopping all of the antibiotics and giving Mary's body a day to recover. We'll check blood counts in the morning. But where we're at is the reality that we were talking about it. I was just editing yesterday's blog, and we were talking about how you can't do one thing without it affecting another system of the body, and that's where we're at right now. And we've seen some little improvements, like Mary's mucus changing a little bit and things like that, but in the midst of it, we're like cognizant that we're having to stop sooner than what we would consider a full therapeutic course. And Mary's team's kind of saying, but it can still have good effects, but
Yeah.
we're like cognizant of the last few times that we've ended early.
it doesn't work for long.
Yeah.
And
But
I've started with fevers the last couple days, like low-grade fevers, and it's just,
it's hard to know what's what right now.
Yeah.
Like whether it's side effects or what's going on in our body. So I think it is a good thing that we need to stop that antibiotics. Like, it is the only thing we can do right now, and I think it'll be a good thing side effect wise to have those gone. And you guys saw how much Mary felt better when the colistin side effects were gone. I think the ceftaroline has been a big hit on her system, and so that's going to be good. I'm hopeful that, we get out of here and it's still going to be a lot of work to take care of those lungs, but we're, we don't know. We don't know what it's going to be like. And so, we're trying to be hopefully realistic about it.
yeah, well said.
And
Yeah, and it was just really confusing. I think that's the best way I can put it. And the last course of IVs, my platelets were strong, and this course they're not. And
we aren't sure which drug's doing it. Maybe the ceftaroline, because that's new and all that. But
my ANC is lower than it has been, and it's just that it's just not, we have to stop, and that's how it is. And I'm ecstatic to not be on these drugs anymore. This morning was another, I'm sitting on the toilet having diarrhea,
throwing up
at the same time because of the meds. And then I get back to my bed, I have a headache from coughing and vomiting, and then I have a fever. And it's all of that before I even sit up in the morning. That's what it's looking like. And so I'm ecstatic to at least eliminate the nausea. But of course, I have to look at the bigger picture, and that's why I don't want to stop. I want my lungs to get the best bang for our buck, but I don't have that option right now, so we have to stop. So I'm going to celebrate the stop.
Yeah.
But anyway, they want to keep me here for to at least make sure my blood counts start trending in the right direction.
Basically, the risk when her blood counts go so low is risk of kind of acute infection. Like, her body just doesn't have the cells to fight infection.
This is a little, like, maybe too detailed, but where the ANC is, that's the absolute neutrophil count. That's one of the blood tests. My team doesn't want mine to drop. So basically, like, hematology, the blood doctors, they have set a
Threshold.
Yes, a threshold for when cancer patients are on treatment. When your number hits this number, then you have to do Neupogen. And my team has set mine just slightly higher than that because they don't want me at that high of risk. And as of today, my blood counts, my ANC is at that threshold where the hematologists, the lower threshold, where the, you know, if it was a cancer patient, that that's the threshold. Like, you can't go any lower. And we've just never, it's never gone this low. I mean, it's gone basically very close. But anyway, all of that to say, I guess, you know, one thing I feel thankful for is that it's not like, maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. There's no question about it. We have to stop. It is, like Peter just said, it's clear.
And Mary's platelets dropped along with the ANC and white counts, so it doesn't even make, if we were gonna do Neupogen, like, that wouldn't help the platelets. It might even make them worse. So it's just clear all around that that's what we've got to do. And so we're hopefully realistic about it, and we're gonna give it 24 hours here at the hospital, and
then we're out of here.
And hopefully we'll get out of here tomorrow. So
basically, what does this mean? It means in the next couple of weeks, we hope. Are your legs, like, broken? Yeah. Peter was just, like, kneeling down, like, next to my bed, and then he could barely walk. We will stop the IVs. We will see the side effects go away, just like we did when I stopped the Colistin. We will resume normal life. I will probably have to take it pretty easy until my blood counts are in a safer spot, but we'll do what I feel up to, and we will keep doing all my airway clearance and taking the meds that are safe for me to take, so not antibiotics, but other meds, and we'll just do it. And we will keep on fighting. And there might be tears in the midst of it, as you can tell, but that's real life. And so, and it's possible that once I come off the meds, my lungs will actually rebound. We've seen it in the past where once I come off of IVs, within the next couple of weeks, we see kind of a delayed response. Like, it helps later on or something. So we might see my lung function come up, or we might see it go down. You know, there's no telling, but we'll just keep on fighting. And I'm gonna report something cool. I am drinking coffee. I haven't wanted coffee. I drank a little bit the other day, but I haven't wanted it for 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks, which, if you know me, I like me some coffee. So I feel like that's progress. All right, I will see you guys later.
It's a couple hours later, and
we're doing it. That's all we can do.
Yep, Mary went to the gym with PT and walked on the treadmill a little bit.
Yep.
Good job.
Felt good to move.
Yeah.
It was hard, but most things in life are. There's nothing easy about facing like forks in the road in any area of life, whether it's a challenge when you're raising a child, or a challenge in school, or a challenge with bullying, or a challenge with your health, or like those forks in the road are difficult. And today felt like that. It felt like we have to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, calling my parents and telling them it's something that, I think of it from their perspective and how hard, like I literally cannot imagine what it's like to have a child deteriorating. And my mom and I just had a really long talk, like we always do, like we're always on FaceTime, and there were a lot of tears, but in the end we both just said God is walking with us, and we are so grateful for that, and we're gonna keep fighting and not fighting each other, fighting this battle. And so I'm really grateful for the support that I have, and I'm grateful that that first half of the day is over, because that was really hard.
Yeah.
It was so many tears. And
the bright side is you don't have a ceftaroline dose coming up.
yeah, I was like feeling nauseous, so I took some anti-nausea, but that like took care of it, and I don't, like Peter said, I don't have another dose coming up. And look at this.
You guys having a little snuggle?
Yep.
Well, it turns out that Mary's low-grade fever is no longer a low-grade fever, and her body's kind of burning up. So the team ordered some blood cultures it was quite the ordeal going on in here. They drew a peripheral draw and drew
She
blood.
did a good job.
They drew blood from her port, and just to see if there's any infection, like blood infection.
Right.
And
Since there's no I usually get like a higher fever when we start IVs, and that's acceptable and that's expected.
Yeah.
But I'm not on any antibiotics.
yeah.
So
And typically the infection in her lungs just causes low grades.
right.
And after, this course of IVs, we would hope that they wouldn't be causing a higher fever or anything. But something's going on, so we're kind of exploring that. But we're hoping it doesn't hinder the plans of going home. But if Mary's having a fever, there's no sense going home, because we'd want to be here to get it figured out.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it was just a low grade, I'd be great with like going home and monitoring it. But as it like went up and up, we were just like, okay, this is my body telling me something. We don't know what. But so I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I bet you're exhausted.
I am, but it would kind of make sense. Her body is pretty compromised because the antibiotics had suppressed her blood counts, and kind of those cells that fight infection are diminished. So it would make sense, I guess, maybe even because they're so low, the infection in your lungs could be causing the fevers. But
I guess you're right.
I don't know. That's just my uneducated speculation, but
I'm hoping we can still go home.
yeah.
They said that blood cultures can take up to like 48 hours, but we'll just have to see what they say tomorrow.
I mean, and also see what the fevers do.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you updated. We ended up talking with Mary's team. I don't know when we updated them last.
I have no idea.
And basically we're keeping an eye on her temperature and her body, and just watching things overnight, and we will
Oh, we didn't tell them that I did have to go back on Levaquin because of the fever.
Yeah. So, because Mary's blood counts are so low, as a precaution, we put her back on the Levaquin, just one of the antibiotics she was taking, just to cover things because of the fever. And
As always,
we will see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night. And Ollie always looks up after we say that. Good night, buddy. See you tomorrow.